Okay, welcome back everyone to Mangg Souls 2.0. We are still in the Duke's archives. Yes, we are. This would make the third video now, I believe. Yes? Maybe? Not the fourth video, right? Anyways, I'm recording this shortly after the last one because, you know, we're on a schedule here. We need to get things done, so gotta keep things moving along. I did not farm any purging stones. I did not do anything like that. The only thing I did in the interim was get up 30,000 souls from farming these guys around here because we need to take a visit to our good buddy Big Hat Logan. And apparently he's over here. Yes, he is.
Hello.
Okay. And so he sells a couple new stuff. He sells Crystal Soul Spear, Crystal Magic Weapon, and Homing Crystal Soul Mass. This is the one we're going to buy. This is apparently very powerful. I believe it. And so this is a more powerful version of the Homing Soul Mass that we have. All the crystal stuff is. And this all ties into... Well, I'll discuss that in a second as we're going to the Crystal Cave, but let me attune magic. I think we're going to swap out Soul Arrow, believe it or not. I don't use it as much as I used to. And I think if we get this, we don't have a tremendous amount of spells, but we got that power, baby. We're going to see how it works, at least for Seath. Okay, so Big Hat Logan is this guy we've been talking to. And he's pretty much like the best sorcerer in all the lands. You know, he was this head sorcerer or whatever at the Vinheim Dragon School and all that. You know, real special guy. And he's called Big Hat Logan because he wears a big hat. And I think in like a developer interview or something, they were like, well, why did you make him Big Hat Logan or something? I don't know what the question was, and they were like, well, he couldn't be Big Hat Logan if he didn't have a big hat. I don't know. It was... Developer interviews from these guys usually weren't that insightful. But, anyways. And so Big Hat Logan became obsessed with the concept of immortality. And so the only things that have immortality are the dragons. And so one of the only real dragons left hanging around is Seath the Scaleless, who betrayed his fellow dragons and helped, you know, Gwyn and them win the war and blah, blah, blah. And so that is why Big Hat Logan is hanging around here, is because he likes Seath. Okay. And, so that's why the magic that he sells now is crystal stuff, because Seath is all about crystals. As you can see, we're in the crystal caves. And so Big Hat is basically reading all this stuff in Seath's library, trying to figure out everything that he can from Seath, so that he can discover immortality, like Seath. We shall see if it pays off. Okay. So the strategy that I learned from the interwebs is you want to hang out at the tips of his little, like, arms or tails, legs, whatever the hell they are. The side parts. That's where you want to be. That's where you want to exist. Because from there, he can't really do much. Unfortunately, my soul mass doesn't really hit either, does it? There it did. 200 is not what I wanted. That is apparently the total amount of damage I'm going to get. I guess I'm not as strong as I want to be. The guy in the interwebs said that his intelligence was like 50. So apparently it's worth it to get that high. But I'm not. I can't. I would have to sit here and just farm, and that's a one-shot because I'm cursed. Okay, so we have to get uncursed. It's just mandatory. Now there is apparently a cheese way to do this. It involves that greater magic shield or whatever the hell I picked up. Let me find out about this. We won't do it this time, but if it gets desperate, we'll attempt it because, you know, we got to get through this game. Strong magic shield. Okay. It has a duration of 15 seconds. You only get 3 uses out of it. But it will block, like, everything with no stamina cost. That's what it says. Now, they said it was buffed, but the Wikipedia, or the wiki page, doesn't say anything about it being bugged. So, I don't know. That's what I read. I'm not sure. This could be pretty difficult. You know, if Homing Crystal Soulmass is only doing about 200 damage to him, it's going to be a pretty lengthy fight. I don't know how... I guess Seath has got to be pretty resistant to magic. Which makes sense. He's a freaking dragon. But that's not good news for me. Say Mal. You know what I'm saying. We'll keep going. Hopefully I can get a Purging Stone relatively quickly. Because I think I'm going to need every ounce of magic I can muster. To deal with Seath. Because, you know, I only have, what? 48 spells? So, not a gigantic amount. Drop rate isn't tremendously high from these guys. That guy in the back comes first, which is weird. That I don't think was by design. Okay, I can take out one of these guys in 2 shots? No, of course not. Nothing. We can always warp out if necessary, which I might do to make this a little bit quicker. Like if I kill all these and I don't get one, we might warp back out, go buy a Purging Stone, and come back. Or I could just try Seath again. Nothing. Oh, shit. Homing Crystal Soulmass! Boom! Boom! Yeah, actually not tremendously powerful. Did he run back? No, he's right there. I'm gonna use up all my magic. And as I said, it's a low drop rate, which sucks. It's a Homing Soulmass. 250. Homing Crystal Soulmass. 395, and definitely much more damage. But really, none of my spells are OP anymore. Oh, there it is on the last one. I don't have enough spells. I have to Homeward Bone, which sucks. So, yeah, we're going to have to make one more run through. Yep. 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 I'm a little sad. I'm looking at the wiki page for Big Hat Logan. It doesn't really say much about all his backstory and everything. It lists all his dialogue, I guess, if you want to read through it. But you're better off just watching ENB's videos. I'm sure I've plugged those enough times. And so we're not quite done with Big Hat. I will tell you that. We will meet with him one more time after we defeat Seath, the Scaleless. I guess, if we defeat Seath, the Scaleless. That was close. I really probably should have done my research, though, before I started this. Because I'm almost certain I would have gone with Pyromancy. It just seems a lot cooler. Like, they just get... I don't know, they get, like, Combustion, they get Fireball, they get Firestorm. Like, already, that sounds so much better than Soul Arrow, Great Soul Arrow, Heavy Soul Arrow. You know? Like, okay, I get it. Cool. But, c'est la vie. It's too late now. So we're going to have the Homing Crystal Soul Mass. We're going to have a sword out. We are uncursed. This is really our best hope at beating Seath. This is it. Assuming I don't get... Whoop. Whoop. Too fast for you. Eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed I changed my shield. Yeah, I picked up this Caticus shield or whatever while I was farming. Picked up like 3 of them. It's lighter than the other one. And it's got higher fire and lightning defense. So I was like, I don't know. I guess. I'll try it. Oh, that's his big fat tail. I don't want that. Let's watch out for Mr. Angry Tail. I need to be over to the left more. Yeah, that was the big attack that killed me last time and got me cursed. There's plenty of wind-up for that, I guess. See, and that's not helping me either. Okay, see? You gotta be real on top of him. Right there. And if you brush into him, it will knock away your soul mass. Nope. See, that's unacceptable. I'm losing way too much damage. This is the ideal pattern, though. Yeah, I'm out. I got it. So we're not really sitting on the tip. $66 damage. I'm gonna be hacking away at him with my sword, aren't I? I mean, obviously, melee, this would not be the right position. And like I said, I think they designed combat for melee. So, I'm okay with this right now. Just kind of let them spin around. You spin me right round. Yeah, that's where I would put in a song. Oh, wait. I don't want 25 to life, so I'll pass. Well, I don't know. I'm probably going to have to end up using my little short sword, but it might work. This is the easy way to do it if I was just more powerful. You know, this is cheese. Alright, great heavy soul arrow, no! Dude, I got knocked around. We're not where we should be. You need to be doing that angry stuff, not the angry tail stuff. There we go. That's a big hit. As it should be. Okay, do something. He's spinning me right round right now. He's not doing much. I don't want to cast. I'll get blasted. This is a long cast. It's a Mangg cast. There. Damn magic. Shit. Shit. If only I had more great heavy soul arrows. I think if I attuned all my slots to that, if I could, that would be enough. But I can't do that, so. Alright, homing soul mass, you're gonna have to pull your weight. That's not terrible. That's a little terrible. Just a little terrible. I think we're going to be busting out the short sword for the win. That's what it's looking like. Oh, especially when he does shit like that. That blew my whole soul mass. Watch out for that one. No, 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 no! Come on! Oh my... You gotta be kidding me. Wow. Wow! All that over again. Man, what a terrible boss. And I'm cursed again! Holy shit. Do I have anything that's curse resist? What is this? This has no curse. This has a little curse resist. I have to switch to that. Anything that prevent that from happening again. I would have won. Because I was backed up against the wall. Holy shit, man. I don't think I can even attempt it as cursed. I took damage during that fight. I was using flasks, and I don't know. I can try, but I don't know. I didn't really expect this to take this many videos. But I guess this is like the most frustrating actual area of, you know, the latter half of the game. Tomb of Giants sucks ass because it's so dark and it's really freaky, but it's not really difficult, I guess. New Londo is pretty shitty because of the ghost coming through the walls, but I never really have that much trouble there. Lost Izalith isn't really a big deal. It's just... No, I just don't like this area. Alrighty. We'll give it a shot again. I don't know. If I don't make it this time, I'm probably just going to do it with post-commentary. Because I'm running out of things to say. We need to move this along, and that's the best way I know how to do it. Oh my god. No, as I'm talking about just doing post-commentary, I get put into a situation where I want to do post-commentary. Because whenever I do post-commentary, I always do things, right? Every time I go to post-commentary, it means that I solved it. I did it. That's what you know. Whenever I say, yeah, well, this is post-commentary, you're like, oh, well, I get to see him do it then. Because otherwise, why would I be doing post-commentary? Post-commentary means win. That's what it means to me. That's exactly it. Think I would if that wasn't possible, you think I would have gotten through Puddle? Think I would have gotten through the Legend of Zelda Game & Watch game? Yeah, I think we're gonna go to post. All right, so I'm gonna intercut here with post commentary discussing how after numerous tries I finally was able to beat Seath, and so here's the final run. You can enjoy it. Post to win, baby. Post to win. Yes. Yeah. As I said. But I was mistaken. It did not take numerous attempts. Oh no. It took one attempt. This was my first attempt after I said all that. I turned the recorder off. I turned it back on, but with no microphone. I put on some music. I headed into the Crystal Caves. Ran in here. Said, curse be damned. And I kicked some ass pretty hardcore. I also got lucky though. Seath did a very nice moveset for me. He didn't do anything really that dangerous. He just repeated the same couple moves over and over. He didn't do any tail flaps, and he didn't do any of that crazy AoE shit. And so it was not any part of skill or anything, I don't think. Or maybe, I don't know, my placement was really good. I don't know. Or I got lucky, whatever the case. I was able to get all of my magic off. Not one missed or any bullshit like that. And so, you know, the actual kill is not that exciting. It's me and him just going right round, and me just firing off a bunch of magic. But, you know, it's funny that, you know, as soon as I switch to not doing commentary, that's when everything comes together. And that's true, you know, you would really, if you've never done a Let's Play or anything like that, you would really be surprised how much doing live commentary affects your gaming capabilities, you know, your focus and your concentration and all that kind of stuff. It really takes a lot out of you. So, yeah, you know, so as soon as I'm not doing commentary and I can just focus, that's when the magic happens, baby. So yeah, we go through. I went through all my homing crystal soul mass. Went through all my great soul arrows. Then onto the great heavy soul arrow, which do a decent amount of damage. And I was a little worried here, checking, you know, I was checking his health bar, checking out how much I got. I'm pretty happy, you know, how well it's going, how I'm landing every hit. No big hiccups, but, you know, things can still go wrong at this point. I am cursed. One hit could definitely send me out the door. But now we're on just the regular homing soul mass. I'm seeing how much damage that's doing. I'm feeling pretty confident. I think I got this. I think I got this. So, yeah, there you go. Post commentary is the Mangg ace in the hole, I would say. When things are really rough, post commentary solves it. So, there you go. All right. So now that we got that done, we could light this bonfire, but we are not going to. We are just going to Homeward Bone. We do have 60k souls, which I think we may use for level ups. I may use that right now to get more attunements, but let me go talk to our pal Big Hat.
Oh, hello. Time is a result.
Okay, so I can still buy something. I can buy Crystal Soul Spear right now if I want. It's got 4 uses, and it's like, it's very powerful. You know, it requires... Is that requires, or is that... Yeah, it requires 44 intelligence, which I don't even have, so I don't know how I can use it. Well, I guess I can buy it. I just can't equip it. So, I think we'll probably hold off on that. I think we're just gonna... alright, so we're supposed to be able to trigger something.
If you have fought him and were in prison, his wounds closed promptly. It is an effect of the prime, so only by and it so happens.
Yeah, so obviously we've destroyed Seath the Scaleless. We broke the primordial crystal, which was kind of fragile, really. Alright, so let's grab attunement. If we bump it up to 19, we get the fifth attunement slot. So we're going to grab that, and we'll bump in up to 42. Okay, so now we have a 5th slot, which we could put Soul Arrow in. Or you can put Heavy Soul Arrow, but I think Soul Arrow just for clearing out trash. Okay. So... Just give me a second. I need to look at something. You have to purchase all his items? Oh shit. Hold on. Yeah, you have to buy all of his spells. Okay, let me just count how many souls that's going to take. Alright, so I own this. Yeah, okay, so the held ones. That's 40k. Alright, 90k, 110k. Alright, so around 120,000 souls before I could finish this quest line. So, honestly, I don't think I'm going to be able to show it. That is just... I don't think I have to... I would have to farm off camera. And not only do I not have the interest, I'm not sure I really have the time. So... I think I will skip that. You can look up a video, which is probably what I will do because I've never seen it. But as my understanding is, after you buy all the shit, which I don't see why that's necessary. That's kind of bullshit. I guess, so if you do all this, you don't accidentally trigger it and lose out on some spells. I guess that's why they do it, but whatever. After you kill Seath, you buy all the shit, you talk to him, and he goes kind of insane at the realization that Seath is now dead, proving all his work useless, basically, because, you know, he wasn't immortal. He's dead. And so he goes up to Seath's old room, where you originally, you know, you die fighting him and you get thrown in jail. He goes up there and he is naked with just his big hat. And you have to fight him because you are his enemy now. He's insane. And the reasoning behind him being naked is because he wanted to be more like Seath, who is scaleless. And so, yeah, he's insane at that point. So he's crazy Logan. And, okay. So you fight him there. And he drops his big hat, which would be cool. It would be really cool to have. I'm not going to lie. You get his big hat. You get his catalyst, which as far as I understand is like the best in the game. Maybe something in the DLC is better, but I think it's one of the best easily. And you also get a new spell called the White Dragon Breath, which sounds really sweet. I don't know what it does. I don't know how powerful it is. It sounds really cool, but you know, we're not going to get that. And then you also get from a chest back in that little room, you get the big hat armor set and Logan's catalyst. Or maybe Logan's is the better one. I don't know. One of those two is good. And so yeah, you get all that shit. And that's like the quest line for sorcerers. But, you know, that's a little bit too much work for me, and we're not really in this to do a quest line, I guess. We're just in this to test my frustration. So, okay. We're going to head back down here. We are no longer cursed. And we are going to head on down to New Londo. We're going to do that now. Which is a fun little section, isn't it? Yeah, okay, so New Londo. The thing to keep in mind about this area mainly, well, one thing is you can fall off at certain points into the water and instantly die because you don't know how to swim, I guess. I guess it's understandable. There's not a tremendous amount of water around that you would really, I don't know. So that's one thing. The other main thing is the ghosts. New Londo is filled with the ghosts of its residents before it was flooded. And so they can just move through walls however they please. And unless you are cursed, you cannot hurt them. It's kind of bullshit. And so you can just go get cursed. We could have stayed cursed, I suppose. But most people are not going to do that. The much preferred way to do things is to go, not there, what am I looking for? This over here. Transient curses, which I also bought one from the merchant. And so transient curses. Limb of the victim of a curse. Temporary curse allows engagement with ghosts. Sorry about that. Okay. So they cut off an arm of a dead person, and then I guess you, like, rub it all over your body? I don't know, and it curses you. But it doesn't actually curse you, as in it doesn't deduct your HP, it just allows you to interact with ghosts. So you get the best of both worlds. So we are cursed right now. So yeah, even if we fall in that water, we die. Mainly because they don't want to program in swimming. And also they just like killing you. Alright, so these are the ghosts. If you've never seen them before, I think we'll switch to Great Soul Arrow for this. They have these scythes, which they can extend out and slice you open with. They can grab you with those. They can do all sorts of nasty shit. So, we do not want that to happen. It's not uncommon, it's not an uncommon strategy for people to run down here early on, like right when they get to Firelink, and grab this Firekeeper soul and then just suicide. Because that's an easy soul, Firekeeper soul to get. Nice little buff to your flask. Okay. This section, like these ghosts, as you can tell, are much easier than the crystal guys in the archives. And we got our 10 flasks. This shouldn't be too much of a problem. This is the first part of New Londo Ruins. Once we open up the floodgates or whatever and get all the water out, we'll go to the kind of the lower part, which is a bit more difficult. We have to fight Dark Wraiths, which is just a whole nother thing to talk about. Oh, danger zone ahead. Okay. Yeah, so they have quite a bit of range, as you can see. You can kind of get trapped there. He was trying to run away, but I got him. I got him. There's no bonfire around here, so we are just going to have to make do with the spells that we get. See, that's kind of lame. They can kind of sit in the ground a little bit. You know what this reminds me of? This is really weird. If anybody's seen the movie Lake Mungo, which is kind of an obscure film, Lake Mungo is kind of the movie that really only people that just look for like strange horror movies to watch find. Like that's the kind of stuff you find is something like Lake Mungo. I don't think it's a well-known film. I've watched it a couple times, and I'm not sure why. Please let me know if anybody has seen this movie. It's sometimes mentioned when talking about like found footage films, found footage horror films. You know, in some kind of obscure discussions, you'll hear about Lake Mungo. If you take part in these discussions. And basically, it's like a faux documentary about this girl? I think it might just be about one girl. And how she went missing. Something. Honestly, I can't even really describe it. It's about ghosts, primarily. It's a ghost movie, which is, you know, you don't see that too often. And so the Lake Mungo refers to I think like a dry lake bed that she went missing from or something like that. And so it's all kind of documentary stuff and mixed with some found footage. Like literally they found the footage. And yeah, it's not anything stellar. I'm not sure why I watched it a second time. I guess because I was... Oh, that sucks. I watched it once, and I was like, oh, okay, that was Lake Mungo. And then I guess I didn't quite understand it, so I had to watch it a second time. There's a lot of freaking ghosts. Holy shit. We got some clearing to do. We got some ghost busting to do. I'm just talking about Lake Mungo. What the hell am I doing? Alright. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. I'm serious. Look at this. This is insane. I'm gonna die. This is too many. That's too many. I walked into like a hive of bees or something. I'm gonna try and see if I can look up Lake Mungo and give a better description of it. I'm not really encouraging people to go see it, because it is strange. It's not a bad movie. I would not call it bad. It's a really weird topic. I didn't think I would be discussing Lake Mungo all of a sudden, but I just saw the ghosts, and it's a ghost movie. Oh, okay. I can give a quick... Okay, here's a quick little summary. Is a 15-year-old girl. She drowns while swimming with her family in Australia. I guess it's an Australian movie. Whatever. And after she dies, strange things start to happen around the house of her family. And so it's all documentary, and so they're talking about all these strange occurrences and stuff. And so the story kind of progresses. I guess I don't want to spoil too much. Spoil a little bit. At like somewhere during the early parts of the movie, it's revealed that her brother was setting up these like freak occurrences, these weird occurrences. Because he wanted to... I have no idea why. I don't remember. So, yeah. So, like, he sets up this fake shit, and they're like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. What the hell's wrong with you? So he stops, but then, like, weird shit happens again. You can imagine. And, so it goes through, you know, into her life and the things that she was doing. You know, it talks about the family and how that was. It goes into the neighbors and blah, 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 blah. You can imagine how it all goes. That sounds reasonable. That doesn't sound like a Mang's movie. And I'll check it out. No, I think some people go way more obscure than I do. I don't really go into any foreign shit. I hate that. I just really... Ever since I watched Audition, I was just like, this is trash. That's not even a Mang's movie. Audition is just like a... If you take out the one, like, weird torture scene at the end, at the very end of the film, if you took that out, it was like... It's like a movie my mom would watch or something. Just terrible. I'm sure there are some good foreign horror films, but I usually just wait for them to be remade in America. Because I always enjoy those versions more. Like, there was the, it's like the Korean one. It's like A Tale of Two Sisters or some shit, right? And so they remade it in American, starring Emily Browning. What the hell was that called? I don't know what the remake was called. It had Emily Browning, you can look it up. I watched that, and I was like, alright, that's cool. There's a twist at the end, and I'm like, alright, sweet, you know, and then I saw, oh, they just remade some Korean movie. Okay. I'm alright with that. I never watched the Korean one. I did watch... Oh, this is the reason why I would never watch, like, the original versions. Is because I saw The Ring. I saw the American Ring. And I liked it. It was pretty damn creepy. You know, back when I saw it, you know, the girl just crawling out of her TV and all sorts of scary shit. It was cool. Wasn't there like a dead horse involved at one point? I don't know. Anyways. I liked that. And then a bunch of years go by. And as I'm doing all my horror movie research and looking and blah, 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 all sorts of people always mention, oh, you gotta watch Ringu or whatever the hell. You know, the original Japanese version of The Ring. So much better. And so I'm like, alright, I guess I'll give it a chance. You know, it's gotta be pretty cool. Oh my god. It was shit. I don't get it. I don't get, like... I don't know if it's just because people see the original and they're like, well, you have to like the original more. You know, Americans just dumb it down. Like, I don't give a shit if Americans dumb it down. They make it exciting. You watch any Japanese horror movie, trust me, it's not exciting. It's not. It's very slow, very brooding, very just walk around a room for half an hour before something happens. And just... like, nothing really happens in that movie at all. And there are people out there, probably even listening to this, that love that shit. All the power to you. But I'm an American horror movie fan. That's what I do. So, you know, that is why I watch things like Mangg's movie. So, yeah. I mean, not that the remake is always better. Okay. All right. There's an exception to every rule, and that exception is REC, where I will always condemn the American remake of that movie. And so I guess there is where I'm the hypocrite, right? Because pretty much the American remake of REC, Quarantine, is like a shot-for-shot remake, just in English. And yet, well, I guess it's kind of a different story then. Not a story, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different thing because they're not changing it for American audiences. The only purpose of Quarantine was, let's just make it so Americans don't have to read subtitles. That was the only purpose of that. And so that's what happened. They remade REC. They got, I think, what, Jennifer Carpenter or whatever, I think, right? They got that. They just did it shot for shot. Everything was the same. And I hated it. I hated every second of it. I didn't even get through it. So, I mean, that's not like, you know, The Ring or The Grudge or whatever, where they completely changed the tone and everything in the movie to fit it for American people that want exciting. REC was plenty exciting, alright? You can't come to me and say that Ringu is exciting, because It's not, alright? I've seen it. I watched it. No! No! Shit! This is taking a while. I'm doing a lot of talking. I think I have to end this. I think this is a pretty long video. This is like 49 minutes or something. I was on a roll there, too. I had a lot more to say. That's alright. Nobody really cares. So, whatever. We'll handle New Londo in the next episode. I'm sure we'll get through it. We'll handle the Four Kings. No problem. Lake Mungo. I'm sure somebody listening to this is going to go watch that now. Because I talked about it. I don't know. If you do go watch it or if you've seen it, let me know. I don't know. It's just... Alright, I'm done. Alright. My name is Mangg. This has been Mangg Souls 2.0. I'll see you in the next episode.